Hello everyone and welcome back to today's session. So in this session we are going to see how to use an external database, that is MySQL, for doing CRUD operation in Spring Boot applications. So as I shown previously, like we have been using embedded databases for doing our CRUD operations, or building up our service. But now in this video we'll see how to enable a service for MySQL database. So let's get started. So these are the dependencies that we have to do, or like these are the points that we have to keep in mind before doing it. So we need to add MySQL dependency in the pom.xml file, like we have added for H2, Apache Derby and HSQL. And we have to make some changes in the application.properties file. And then after this is done, we are starting the service, then we can go and check our MySQL workbench and see how exactly it looks. So let's get started. So let me open my Eclipse. So you can see this is the old project that we have been working. Again, I'll say those who are new to this particular series or this particular video, please go and check my previous videos. The link has been added in my comments as well as in the description and in the screen as well. Please go and check it. So we have application from where we'll start. So now, as I shown in previously, we have to first search for MySQL dependency and add in pom.xml file. So I'll open my Chrome browser and you can see I've already searched it to save some time. So this is the MySQL dependency. So I'll copy it and I'll go to my Eclipse and I'll open my pom.xml file. I'll go back, I'll comment the old embedded database and I'll put the new database here, and I'll remove the version. If required, you can put as scope, or if not required, you cannot put. You can even leave that as well, so that's totally fine. So this is done. Now we have to make some entries in application.properties file. I'll go back to my PowerPoint and I'll just quickly copy these entries from there to my application.properties. So you can see it's added. So what exactly these are? These are some of the basic details that you have to give when you are going to work with an external database. So you have to provide the URL. So the Spring Boot or the application should know where to point or which database to connect, because this is also new. So we are providing the service and the port. So it is running as of now on my localhost. So I'm providing the server URL as well as the port, and I'm providing this database. So as of now, this database is not created in my DB, so I have to create it first. So we'll see it afterwards. Then we are providing the username, password, and we are providing so SQL in the console that, and this is also one required statement that you're providing, that is spring.jp.hibernate.ddl.-auto equals to update. So it will keep on updating your DB. So I'll just quickly open MySQL workbench. So in my system already I have installed MySQL database and MySQL workbench. So MySQL database is server and MySQL workbench is a client which is connecting to the server. So if you don't know this, I'll be adding a video shortly and the link will be provided in the description as well. So you can go and check it and you can install the DB as well as the workbench yourself as well. So I'll open my workbench now. So this is my workbench and I'll just show you quickly, like I'll just go back to connection. So this is my connection that I already created. So this is my local host IP and this is the port that I've shown you in the properties file. Just quickly connect it with the password that I've shown you in the properties file. So I have connected with this password only, and this is the same credential I'm checking to. As you can see, there is no database over here. So I'll just create a database with create database command, and I'll provide the database name, schema name, quickly run it. So you can see database taxi, it is affected. I have one row, it means it is created. And now I will make one more thing to use this database. So I'll just say use taxi, so it will be starting using it. So you can say it has also run it. Okay, so now we'll do one thing, we'll just start our application and we'll see if it is running or not. Click on run as, and I'll go to Spring Boot application. So this is the console and you can see yes, it is running and it is taking MySQL. So yeah, it is running as per expectations. So if I go and check it in my browser, just an easy check to see if it is up. So you can see it is up, it is running. Don't worry about this statement, it is just because we have not provided any specific URL to access the REST endpoint, so that's why it's coming here. But otherwise it's running, that's why we're getting this message. So it's fine. So we'll go do one thing, we'll just go to MySQL DB and I'll just refresh and I'll see, okay, you can see this database has been created, or the schema has been created. The table has also been created. The table name is table taxi, or the taxi underscore booking. So I'll go back to my entity and you can see this is the table name. Okay, so that is done. So now I'll do one thing, I'll do one post operation and I'll see if it is reflecting or not. I'll open my Postman, I'll do one post operation. You can see one data has been added. So I'll go back to my workbench, I'll again click on refresh. So you can see it is refreshed. The column, these are all the column that has been added. And if I am now querying the DB, let's say I do a select query, select star from taxi booking and run it. So you can see it's showing the first entry. The entry is here. If I do one more, let's say I am changing something here and I'm changing something here and I'm again hitting it. So you can see one more entry has been created and I'm doing get. I can get the both. And same thing if I do a refresh or I run the same thing here, you can see it is created here and I can see second entry as well. Same thing if I do with delete. If I delete the first entry, so you can see it is run successfully. And if I now go back to my workbench, if I run it again, and you can see only second is present. So in short, we can see how it is reflecting in MySQL DB and how it is effective. So this is how we can use our external database, that is MySQL in this case, to work with Spring Boot applications. So thanks a lot guys for watching this video. It has been great working on this application project in parallel. So please do like, subscribe, hit the like button, keep sharing. Thank you. Bye bye.